Alright, alright. Oh, it didn't let me use my other stream, so I had to use something else. Technical difficulties this morning. I usually stream here and on Twitch, but I can't do both right now. Sadly. I don't know what happened. Alright, well, I guess we'll do just YouTube today. Don't know why it didn't let me today. Anyway, I forgot to do one thing, and that is to connect this to show my pokes. There to go. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Anyways, guys, welcome to another stream here today. Or welcome to another video if you're watching this in the future. I hope you guys are doing great and wonderful on this day. It is Monday, the start of the week. And we're here doing a live stream on working on my indie game. So let's get started, shall we? Let's double checking to see I got everything else set up. Kind of sad that I can do Twitch today. I don't know why it didn't let me. Anyway, so it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? Let me move this over here. And we can get started. Alright, so in the last video, we ended up... What did we do in the last video? So we did something with the trees, you're trying to fix them up, right? We made it a little bit more performant, and I did notice there were some areas where it was still kind of, how would you say it? There was like lag spikes, right? That was like towards the end, and I ended up finding out the reason why it was doing that, and that had to do with one of my live streams, the previous live streams, when I was iterating through all the solid points. So when I transitioned to a new chunk, I was grabbing all the previous solid points and re-adding them back to the A-star grid, because every time I updated the A-star grid, when it went to a new chunk, it would clear out all those points for whatever reason. So I had to reinitialize all those points. And what I did instead, let me see, we didn't find a function. What was the name of that function that we were doing it on? No, it's not Edenville map. It is A-star grid. Let me put this down. Where is that function that I was doing it on? Oh, here. So I was calling this function that was passing all the positions, all the points that could be solid in an array. And I would, before I did what I'm doing right now here, is that I will iterate through all those points and mark them as solid. And that was kind of lagging it a little bit. So what I did instead was to, create an array of positions, adding it into this cache positions in here. And what I did is spread out setting those points over certain time frames. So I did it on the update function. I guess it's update function here, and we'll call this function here that will then spread out on setting those points over time. Instead of setting them all at once, I will spread it out into different frames, and that actually made it work, and it looks pretty good right now. I can show you right now. I got everything in here, and everything's looking fine. At least the last time I tested it, which was yesterday. So unless something happened between the last time I tested it until this morning, it should be looking good. But things always happen when I'm actually showing it on live or on a video. Alright. I did make updates to the character movement as well. Alright. I was past this rock here before we didn't have the street, but now that I have everything here, it should have. We should be happening after I walk to the right and past this rock is where it will be happening on. And there isn't that crazy lagging here anymore like it was before. See that? Cool. So that is fixed. Something else is happening here because I updated my character movement last night. The way that I was having it before wasn't working that great. And now this thing works a little bit better now. In one of my live streams, I increased the speed, the delta speed, and my character just disappeared out of nowhere. So I refined a little bit of the logic with the character movement, and now it doesn't do that crazy stuff that was happening before. Cool. So I'm in a good spot when it comes to my generating the world. All the trees and everything is looking good. I can chop all of them down, do what I got to do with them, and we're good right there. So the goal for this stream is to play around with the game and figure out any other bugs that I see and fix those bad boys. All right, so let's make this a little bit bigger, shall we? So this is my test scene that I have in here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. Put the ground. The tile map. And let's make this a tad bit bigger right now. So now we have all this to play with. Right. And I would like to also put some dirt around here. This will be used for testing for farming and stuff that I'm doing here. I'll just make that look okay, I guess. Oh no, let's put it down here instead. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put it on top. And then we have this. So that'll be used like for farming. I would like to have something here for fishing too. Alright, so I believe for this one is where I forgot what layers go when I'm having the water around here. But we'll find out right now if this is the correct layer for fishing. I'll just have a square in here, nothing too crazy or anything. Nothing too crazy. Whoops. There we go. So we got that. We got underwater, which then we have to go to my water tile set. And that is this thing here. That's my, like, the sand or whatever, the bottom floor. We got this, and then this is the water. Get the corners first. Then we get the sides. And then we get the center. Alrighty. Then we can get some water environments in here. I could put some rocks or something, whatever. Nothing crazy, whatever. You just have that in there. Mix some stuff, maybe have different colors in it. Just testing anyway. got some plants in the bottom. Alright, now we get out, and then I have to remove where the stuff was at. How do... The ground is covering it up. So there we go. Bandits. And there we go. Now we have some water in here. And let's put some... No, I would like to create... Where's my spawner? There we go. Would it be agent spawner? So we got... Let's put some enemies around here that we can test with. I can put them in here, I guess. Or... put them on this side, I guess. I don't know where I want the enemies testing anyway. Let's put them over here. I want... let's put 2 for now. 2 agents. And then we should have another one for fish. I think it should work. I never tested this in the test scene before. So I'm hoping that it will work. So it may crash on me as a heads up. Because this testing was done doing black magic in the background to make it work. Alright, we got some fish. I'll see if this ends up working. I feel like it's gonna crash on me, but we'll see. We'll find out. Let's find out if it's gonna crash or not. Okay, we got them moving. Or at least spawning at least. But it's not moving at all. So it's just standing still there. What about the fish? Yeah, no fish though. What happens if I get closer to this? Does he trigger at all? Okay. So let's figure out what else I need to add to these so that they can actually do their thing. Let's see. Where is my... I haven't opened it up at all either. Alright, let's open my Visual Studio then. I thought I had it open. So let's look at the enemies first. And see why they're not spawning, or what else I need to do for them to start doing their thing. Anything that I do here with spawner. This is... yeah, there we go. Agent smart set data. Dimensions. Okay. But I mean... I should be doing this already though. I'll grab all the agents. Oh, I need to call it a spawner just to have it already? Looks like it does. Yeah, it has spawner already. I'll double check. Oh, it does not have any. Oh yeah, there it is. I can't click on it though, which is very weird, but it is there. Okay, if it is there, that means it should be doing this. It is visible. timeout generations. Where is this? Anywhere else is this being called at? It gets called out in here. Finds it, gets a tile map. Don't really care about tile maps. If it's empty, it won't be, but it will be here. I think that's why it doesn't get called. I mean, I can call it since it's already bound. I can call it in here instead of my testing, unless I'm already calling it. Yeah, I'm calling it already right here. Okay. So why is it my... Why is it not moving? Unless it doesn't... Wait, what about my grid? My A-star grid, is that initialized in here? That's another good point. The Eden A-star grid... And it... Oh, it's commented off. Is there a reason why I commented that off? Is there a bug in here that I'm not aware of? I think there's some stuff going on in here that I probably don't want to do anything for it, at least, or someone else. That's it. Alright, well, let's uncomment that off. Maybe my enemy will start moving now. A little slime. Let's find out if it moves. I mean, it's working. My A-star, at least I can do this stuff. I don't see it doing nothing. Oh, buddy, you good? Why is there no logic going on? Oh, let's find out. Let's go in here. Where did my slime go to? Does that stay in the pool manager? Interesting, interesting. Need my phone. You know, it is what it is for now. I won't spend my entire live stream trying to fix a bug that's on the test scene. I could probably do that off screen. Okay. I gotta fix this character movement a little bit better. I changed it last night and I'm still kind of tweaking it. But it makes it look like it's kind of laggy, but it's not. It's just the camera trying to follow the character. Okay. And up, down. Take you out. This is very interesting. Okay. Alright. My character is just stuck doing this all the time now. Great. There we go. Alright, well, some bugs in that character, updated character movement. For sure. No, I don't trust nobody. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's definitely a bug that I gotta fix. Actually, when it comes to this, I prefer just doing it without doing this. There's always doing friction without needing to wait for this to go to 0. Let's try this version and see if this feels anything different. Alrighty, it's done building. Okay, so now it's not even moving at all. I'm wondering if I need to speed that up a little bit then for the player. I'm going here. Get the sprinting speed to 50, I guess. That is way too fast though. I mean, it's not moving fast, but keep that at 25 and lower the friction. Notice it ignores my input. If I am moving elsewhere, I should. I'm moving faster, but when it does the A star, it moves a little slow. Good to know. So if I do it with keyboard, it does it just fine. Let's increase my friction because it's sliding around like crazy. Okay. Oops. Go all the way up. Yeah, that still doesn't really do much. At 25. Make it 50. It's moving. Okay, so it's certain directions it moves faster. The left and right doesn't want to do it, but up and down it looks like it kind of does. Very interesting. Excuse me. Oh, I see. This velocity could be negative, so I don't take account for that in here. But either way, it's still kind of slow, so ideally what I would do instead of minus would be just multiplying the friction with it. We'll try that after. Let me see what this does. Let's see what this one does. Let's see how this one feels. Yeah, it's still pretty slow, but at least in all directions now. Not like before. Okay. Let me go to remote and see any updates I can do to that. I'm gonna reduce the friction to 1 just to see how it looks. And now I can go faster. It's weird that even, oh well, I guess that makes sense. There's just because when there's no input, it subtracts the velocity exactly. Let's say it comes to a halt. And if I do 2, it'll be 2 times the velocity that is subtracting itself. Let's try out the other one, the other version of it, and see how that looks like. Wacky, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? Let's try out the other version of it. And that is just to multiply by the friction, which means friction needs to be smaller than 1 in order for this to go smaller. Oh, I see what's happening here. When there's no input, it automatically goes to 0, which shouldn't be the right way of doing it. Excuse me. Good to hear. What's the problem? Now I'm just looking for bugs or cleaning stuff or making things look better, basically. Nothing specific today. There is the only issue. Well, I'll show it after. I guess I want to get this in a good place right now. So trying to make the player movement be a little bit better than it is right now with the input. So there's no input. Do I care about any of this stuff? I think what I can do is I'll just take this off, comment this entire thing for now, and let's try it this other way. And just say, hey, if velocity is almost 0, then velocity times equals 0, I guess. Oh, whoops, I mean, it's maybe multiplication. Okay, my build already. The one thing I gotta do though is making sure the friction is less than 1, because that's not gonna work anymore. It has to be less than 1 now. Let's put 9.95. See how that feels like. Yeah, it's sliding a little bit now. I gotta fix that camera, man. You see him sliding? So let's find out a good value for that. Let's put 0.9 and see how that feels like. Okay, it comes to a halt now. What if I It made my character a little slower though. Another thing I can do is only apply friction once there's no input going on. Because my character got really slow when I did that. So let's try that. Let's only do the multiplication or friction if there's a start doing friction after. Alright, let's get in here. Test that and see how that feels. Okay, so it's back to normal, being normal speed. And then you can see him slide a little bit. Actually, I don't know why I turned it off. Go back in that cutscene. I want to tweak some of those values and see if we can find a value that feels pretty good for the player. So we did that. Oh, it's still 0.9. Let me see 0.9. Okay, that's fine. Only problem is that when I do diagonally, it looks kind of weird. Or maybe not. Increase acceleration a little bit to 100. Okay. Doesn't feel too bad. It's just weird when it comes to diagonally. It kind of looks like I'm like a car or something. Increase that. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fine. Definitely better than it was earlier though. Hold on, let me do this. Does it actually go there with no problems? Okay. I was having some issues with this earlier. But you can see I'm like kind of like it was kind of dragging a little bit. You see that? It went a little bit that way and then it went kind of like it swung around. Let's see, 8.5. I mean, that's friction doesn't happen so there's no input though. So that's not the problem here. That is not the problemo. Another thing I can do is probably separate these a little bit like I did earlier with up here. So if the Y is approximate, we can start doing the friction on it. Rather than waiting that until there's no input. If the input on Y is no, there's no input in the Y, we can start doing friction on it right away. So we do a Y. The same thing for the X. Let's see how this feels like. Rather than waiting for both, the entire input is actually nothing in there. Oops. Try that. Yeah, I gotta fix that camera because it's making the game look like it's laggy, but it's not. It's just kind of like weirded out trying to follow the player. I don't think it built. Build? I mean, it says it is. Huh. Interesting. Interessant. Let me do it one more time. Yeah, everything's good. I don't know why. Usually the editor lags a little bit, but it didn't do it this time. Alright, let's see, how do you feel today? Okay, it came to a hard stop there. Alright, let's see. Follow that, let's see what happens. It's still, yeah, definitely not happening. Ah, jeez. That is not happening there. So there's no input in any of these. Most likely because there's input in both. Oh no, that's not the problem though. Or another thing I could do, maybe I did this differently and I could have done a little minus. It could have been less than an epsilon. That's really small, so I don't think you'll ever get there. I can try beefing up the friction. That's just... do 9. Nope. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Alright, that did not work out. That's what I thought. I'll keep it here for now. Let's bring it back again. Alright, let's start with 0.9 actually. See how that looks like. And let's beef up your acceleration. No, it's still doing it in here. It wasn't doing that before, which is very interesting. So I reverted it back and it's still doing it. Very interesting. So I may have to, one, increase the distance check. I mean, it might be too small when it's trying to path to such a location. And before jumping to the next path, I mean, it doesn't go there because the distance check is too small. Yeah, but this one feels like I'm driving a car. I mean, I'm not doing a car though. I think I prefer the other way of what I'm doing. So this one felt a little bit better, and since it's still doing the same thing, I think I just reverted to where it was then. Because I like this a little bit better. I just gotta figure out. Let's check the distance checks for these. This in here in this class as well. When I'm moving, yeah, but there's a way to. How does it determine to go to the next path? Ah, here it goes. Less than 0.5. What if we try 1 this time? I feel like that would be too far, wouldn't it? I don't want this to be too far away. Let's see where it stops at. Well, Tara, welcome to the stream. Come join me in making a game. Oof, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have time. Alright, let's try this out. No, I think that's really... Let's find out. Let's give a... Let's debug this and attach it. Let's see what's happening here. And let's figure this out here. Oh, no way, it doesn't let me put a breakpoint here. Ay, ay, ay. Well, thank you, debugger. That's crazy. But I can put a debugger here, but I cannot go in there, which is kind of lame. It doesn't let me go inside of that function. That's so strange. It does that. Ooh, I needed to know what's happening here. I wonder if I just move this outside and put it in the process function just for testing. No, I'm just thinking right now, guys. Trying to figure out what would be the best solution. I really wanted to go inside of that function, though it doesn't let me. I mean, I can furthering. Let's see. Instead of being that, let's test out. This and okay. Yeah, so I'm probably missing some of those values right now. Okay. Okay, there we go. Nice. Actually look pretty good. Oh, actually it's good. Yeah, that actually feels really good right now. I gotta fix that camera. I have this camera just trying to follow the player, but it makes it look like it's lagging though. Hmm. Alright, so what am I doing here? I'm getting the direction. So from the follower, which is ends up being my player, and I subtract it from the previous position. So that gives me a direction of wherever the player is going. I grab the speed for the characters and get a percent value out of that. And that determines the speed of the camera, how fast you should go, depending how fast the player is moving. And then I find a new position where the camera should be going to, a destination, and I lerp to that. and then I'll update the previous position. What will happen? I just for testing purposes. So let me see if I just did that instead. Automatically just set it without the lerping and see how that looks like first. So it's gonna jump up and automatically move. Oh wait, this is not the testing. I'm in a camera scene, which is not the right one. Yeah, like I thought. Cool. So what I need to do is to lerp through these values a little bit better, I guess. The way that I'm lerping in is not the best way. Alright, let's go in here then. Let's find out what can be done. Yeah, so let's put this back. Maybe the smooth step is not the right one to use here. For positive ranges, when from less than equals to 2, the return value is 0. When x is less than from. And 1 when x is greater or equal to 1. To 2, I mean. Okay. Just try doing without the delta there. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna look good, but I don't know, maybe I can lerp this value too. Yeah, it's a little too fast, I think. I mean, I don't hate it. What happens when if I pump? Yeah. Ooh. You see that? Alright, so what I want to do then, let's move it a little, let's half the speed. Try that. Okay. Doesn't like fully snap like too fast. It is a little weird though, but and bumping into like trees and stuff or some object will kind of like jitter the camera a little bit. What do I want to do here to improve it? I mean, I don't want to really put it way too slow though. Because I put it even smaller. GN02, welcome to the stream. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate ya. Apologize, I mispronounced your name though. I mean, that feels fine. I guess the other thing I need to fix is this bumpiness that's happening when I hit a wall or something. There's like jittery going on here, which is crazy. Probably because the direction might be really small. Maybe. What does it follow? Is it no to D? Maybe I can get the velocity or something. Can I get? I don't think I can get a velocity out of a node to D, right? It has to be a like this wouldn't work. No, just for the sake of testing, I'm just gonna convert it to a character body. Just for the sake of testing, and see if using a velocity will be better. Character body 2D equals follower as character body 2D. And by doing so, I'm able to get a velocity. Still using this version. Let's create my direction to get velocity. Get real velocity? What does that even mean? Normalize. Okay, what's the difference between this and just regular velocity? Return to current velocity since the last call. Ah. For example, when you time a slow, you'll interesting. Interesante. Alright, let's test this out then, I guess. So instead we're using the direction, calculating using the velocity of the body. Let's see how that one looks. Hopefully it's the correct velocity. It's still that little jitteriness though, but it's not that crazy, I think. I feel like it's trying to bounce back and forth here. Yeah, still a little bit of jitteriness there. It doesn't look like it was that crazy though, like the other one was. Delta. Maybe it's just getting the how it was before we better. That's what I would like it for it to do right now. The problem right now is that when I try to go in this direction, it shouldn't try to move it shouldn't try to lerp at all, because the player hasn't moved in any direction at all, just because it's stuck in here, right? So by grabbing how it was before, the character follow position minus the previous position, this should be 0. because there's no movement happening, and if anything, it'll probably be really, really small. So that means when it multiplies this to get the offset or the destination of the camera will be right on top of the player. So there shouldn't be like a crazy amount of lerp happening in here. You know, let's do this. Let's revert it back to how it was without using the velocity. I feel like this version should be better, but maybe I can refine it a little bit. So what I wanted to do was just print out. It's gonna print out like a lot of them, but it's okay. Testing right now. I want to see how the direction looks like when I'm hitting the tree. Okay, so we got all of these values in here. And when I hit the tree, you see that I shouldn't have anything in here. Ooh. Why was there... Okay, so that problem has to do with something happening. So I'm moving, and once I let go, it becomes like 1, and then it goes back to 0, which is... Why is it doing that? Why is it moving at all? Since the character's not moving, not one bit. What happens if I do it right before I normalize it? So once it stopped moving and the character moved, it still moved a little bit. I mean, it's not a big value though. Huh. It is there, but it's very small movement. What happens if I comment that off and did this instead? Yeah, well, first of all, I should probably increment this back to how it was. Was it 4 and 8? I don't know if I want to do this honestly, but let's see. I mean, it doesn't do it anymore. What if I'm running? Huh. You know, right now it's doing it too fast now. But it's not doing that thing anymore, which is great. This is too fast though. So let's do 2 and 4 again. I'm confused as to why is there's still a difference in position, even though I'm not moving. And it considers that there's still a little bit of difference between the previous position and the current position, even though I didn't move. Possibly, maybe. What? I may end up moving this part to the. To the regular process. But honestly, this looks great. I'm still just weirded out that I'm hitting the wall, it's 0, but once I remove my finger from moving the character to the right side, there's some values now. I don't get that part. Let's create a... just a regular process function. And it's still doing it in here. We'll make sure, of course, we have a follower, right? And we'll do it in here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm doing it. Just testing it right now. No, it still worked. But yeah, there's still some values in here. Very strange. I still want it normalized though. I just don't know why there's like a huge. Is there a difference if I use this global position instead rather than calling global? Shouldn't though. They're the exact same thing. At least it should be. What about here? Is there anything here that's making it? I guess this will probably move it. But if there wasn't any movement since where I was at, it shouldn't even increment one bit. I'm assuming that this is adding velocity just a tiny bit as it's trying to go back to 0. And that is what causing. But anyways, it still looks fine. Let me remove that print because I'm gonna get a whole bunch of prints now. But I still would love this to be normalized though. What is the biggest positive value in here? Hold on. Let me go back doing that one last time. Maybe I can create some type of like threshold. And if it's less than this threshold, it will be 0 automatically. What's the biggest value? 0.4166. Let's try this. If the direction length squared it's less than or equal to 0.2, then direction equals 0. You can still print it out regardless. I may need to lower my speed down here. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'll actually increase it actually. Okay, so I think my distance check here is a little bit too high. Try 0.1 then. But that fixes this problem here. Okay. It's just lerping too fast, which is not what I want. So what I would like it to do, maybe go back to 1 and 2. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's great. Let's go. That looks great. All right. That looks good. At least for now, right now, that looks pretty good. All right. Going here. Disable the fish spawner for now. Because the fish is not working. And let's put another, let's duplicate that. And let's add, what was the fishing rod called? On the data table, manage collection, load. Let's go to resources, Edenville. And I want to know what is my fishing rod called. Is it just tool fishing rod? Tool fishing rod. That's what I want. I want this to be a fishing rod. I'll just leave it like that for right now. Or I'll put that nearby the water or something. I don't know if it will work in a test scene. Because I haven't tested this stuff in a test scene before. Whew, this looks great. Oh, you know what? This is not going to work though because I need all the stuff inside this fishing rod. And configuration does not work in a test scene. Why doesn't that pop up? That's interesting. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it didn't show up. So the reason why it's not going to work is I need the real line of bait on this bad boy is to... Okay. I'm going to need to add those in here as well. Alright, so let's add those reels, shall we? Let's go items. Equipment, fishing bait. So let's get that as a fishing bait. Cool. Fishing line. And then what was the last one? The reel. Cool. So all of these should be something fishing stuff in it, right? In the fishing rod. Let's go. Let's just put you nearby. And we got all this stuff laid out on the floor. Trying to figure out why some of my UI is not working. Why is it not working? Any reason? Because right now the UI should pop up and show all the items nearby, but it's not showing up right now. Which is interesting. Should it be off? Or this right there? So why doesn't it trigger? Alright, whatever. This movie a little bit farther apart than I guess. Yeah, it kind of sucks right now. I gotta figure out why it doesn't work in the test scene. Okay. So the UI for that wasn't showing. I don't know why. So we'll just add those in there. Configure you. Let's add the line. Add the baits. Add the fishing rod to it. I mean the reel. Cool. So we got that done. I should be able to cast my fishing rod right now. Let's see if we catch anything. I never tried this in the test scene, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so nothing happened there. Either that or nothing spawned for me to. Now we'll go to the actual game and we'll test it there instead. Nope, it's not working in here. Or it's not catching anything. Let's try the actual game. But we'll need to make my other save file work first. Because that's where I have the fishing rod. Or you know what, I can just add it in here. The test scene. I don't even know if it's gonna work in here either way. I don't even know, guys. Okay, so I have it in here, which is great. I didn't realize I already had it. Let's just look this thing up. Let's go. Oops. And let's actually save it because I don't want to hook that up again. The reason why I think it's not going to work is because I disable fish spawns in this game. So I don't even know if it's going to work. We'll find out right now. If not, I can bring my fish back. Yeah, let's bring my fish back. Because that was another performance issue that I wanted to do. And I just disabled it temporarily. Oh, let's bring it back, shall we? So bring that back. Nothing disabled in here, right? What about update fish spawns? Anything disabled in here? Nope. Is this being called? It is. Alright, well, I'll try fish spawns. If it doesn't work, then we'll leave it as that and figure out what happened there at a later date. I really wanted to test out the fish right now because it's been a while. Oops, I did not do the testing. meant the actual game. I hope it doesn't crash in any way, because I've not tested it out for a while. Right, so let's see. Am I getting anything with fish in here at all? Let's see. Are there any fish spawns happening at all in here? I don't remember if it gets attached in here. This is all the trees and whatnot. So it shouldn't be there. What about my pool manager? Pool manager, where are you? There it is. Do we have fish in here? Alright. I don't see any fish spawn, so I may not be working, guys. Okay, that's something I gotta look into then, if they're not working. Well, let's just cast my reel and see what's up, but I don't think there's anything here today. Yeah, there is nothing there. Nope, no fish today. I'm gonna look into see why it doesn't spawn my fishes. Alright, well I guess I'll disable fish for right now. I can take a look at it later. Wait, did I even build this when I did that? Let's see if I build it or not. Up to date. I didn't build it. Alright, well I didn't build that when I made that change. I expect a lot of lagginess in here, yep. If they're spawning, I expect a lagginess in here. And I am seeing some lag. And it's most likely the same issue with the collision bounds that they have, the fish. But hold on, let me see even if they're spawning though. Hold on 1 second. Got this global array. Yeah, we got some fish. Is there a fish nearby? Fish pond. I don't see them right now though. Sadly, I don't see any. I mean, they're active, but I don't see them. Alright, let's go to this one down here. Yeah, as you can see, there's no fishes around here. What happens if I just throw my line? Nope. Oh, we got a fish in here. Look at that. But it's not moving though, sadly. Or they are spawning though. They're not moving. And you know why? It's probably most likely the same reason. Because they're using the same logic of the movement of the player. And since I updated that, these don't work. Oh, they're spawning in. They are spawning in. Let's figure out, let's do some debugging in here. Let's check one of the fish spawns then. Anyone that is active. No, I need my global. Where's the global spawner here? Well, highlight one of the fishes. Let's just do this on fish 89. And go to the debugger, limbo AI. Why is there so many slimes? Hey, I didn't even know if the fishes are actually using this. Never mind. Let's go to the class then. Let's go to the fish. And see if they're even going in here at all. So let's attach, process, like window. Attach that. Is it even moving at all? I don't see this happening anywhere. They got state machines. I think that's what they're doing to move around. This is just a ready function. Okay. So this should be in the wander state. So let's go to the wander state. Where do I have that at? NPCs, agents. AI states. They should be in the wander state. So the fish agents. How does this determine if it's moving or not? What makes it true? Okay, all the way down here. Got it. Wait. But it's not always checking for this. You come in here. Get the tile size for this. Does it give me the size? It's 1. The target position. It has an initial position. It does. And it just creates the opposite target position from its current position. Its move direction uses that. Target minus that, so it tells it what direction to move to. Honestly, I didn't even get anything. That is fun, which is why it's not moving. Because it didn't retrieve anything from this info. From its current position. Wait, why is this wrong? I got, wow, wait, hold on. Why is this huge? Wait a minute. Times 16 from this shouldn't be that big unless its position is. Why is it so large? Okay, well, we got something going on here that's not supposed to happen. This RNG value that I'm doing here is just, last time we checked this was 1. The 1 times house, it should be 16. This one has a times 4 on it. And then it just adds it to the position. So why is this huge? Oh, you know what? Probably went out of scope, maybe? Let's try that again. Oh, of course it doesn't tell me this time, which is just great. There it is. Yeah, look at that. It's huge. Why? Whoa. Okay, so that's definitely a problem there. Definitely a problemo there. That's gonna ignore everything here because that's a big tile position here. Alright. Now let's do something then. Let's pause the game. Let's figure that out. We only have like not that long, but we'll see what we can do. Let's grab the position here. Let's separate these a little bit. Oops. Godot vector. Let's call it current position, which is just the position here. And then Godot vector 2. Let's create offset position, which then just retrieves this entire thing here. Right? So I'll get the current position, replace it with this, replace this with that. We could go even further a little bit here. Is it? I think it's a float, right? Ran val. And figure out what this is. Right, it turns to a float. Yep. Very interesting. Let's build that. Yeah, let's go back in the game and put some breakpoints there again and see what stuff we're getting out of that. Okay, let's attach this bad boy. The game. Cool. So now we're back here again. Let's put a breakpoint here. Or was that before? Let's take you out. There we go. Alright, so house is 1.26. 354. Okay, that looks fine. And here's where the problem is. Unless I'm in a way further spot than I was. Okay, it's 346. Not too crazy. We got a random value, which is 71. Multiply that by the opposite position, which of course it's not going to tell me, but it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be higher than 70 in each of these areas at least. And just adding the opposite to the future position shouldn't be that much. I hate Godot sometimes. It doesn't give me the actual values here. Because I don't know what it's doing sometimes. So give me the future position. So at least it gave me that. So it's not that big. No, 417 now. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. And then when I retrieve that, if there's anything here, we got some values here now. What? Hey, what's going on here? Maybe for that fish worked fine, because this is a different one. Okay, so we got a position here. That looks fine. Of course, he's not going to give me that. Not that. He gives me the future position, which is not that bad anyway. And then map position. That looks great. Ooh, what happened? What happened here? Did it give me anything? Yeah, there's values here now. Go on top. Go down below. What is the map position? That looks good. Did I just get a bad egg in one of them? Because this looks fine. This is looking good. Hold on, there's another one that's gonna spawn soon, I bet. It's pretty strange. It worked just fine. Yeah, it's 0.7. Let's go all the way to the end. Perfecto. And I don't know why. Maybe if I get closer to it. I'm wondering if it has to do with me transitioning to a new chunk. Let's try that. Oops. Alright, so let's try going here. We're gonna wait for these guys to spawn a little bit more. Oh, we saw a fish here. There we go, they're moving. You guys saw that, right? Yeah, they're disappearing. I think I gotta fix the character movement because they're using the same movement as the player. And I think that's what happened. There was one that actually moved too far away. Because I don't know. You saw these two fishes that were here, they just disappeared out of the blue. Okay. That must have been it, because that's very interesting. It just works. We got the fish here. And let's work with, let's see, I think that's probably the reason why. What's the same as the fish? I mean, there shouldn't be any, I don't know. Let me just do whatever had the same thing as the player. Actually, you know, what was it? 8.5, right? Let me see, let me look at testing, because I probably should have updated it. Yeah, 8.5, 25, 50, 10, 100. I don't care about rotation speed. I actually do care about the fish, actually. 100 acceleration. The same thing here. Let's make sure we do it in the actual. Why did this update? There we go. So we did that same thing to the fish. And we gotta do it for other ones too. 40. Alright, let's test this one more time. I'm wondering if that was the reason why I wasn't catching anything, but we'll find out right now. I want to see these fishes. There we go. I mean, do you stop? Ooh, you kept going. Oh, you came back. All right. Oh, buddies. You guys good? It's moving a little bit too fast, but I can tweak that a little bit. Oops. What's going on? Whoa, what happened there? That was very weird. It didn't let me move back at all for whatever reason. Whoa. What's going on here? You notice the my fishing rod is on the actual cursor. Whoa, look at these slimes trying to go out. They're going so fast. Okay, something happened with my mouse here. They're going way too fast right now. Since I'm here, I may be able to just come back here and... Let's do 8 and let's make them go to 30. The same thing for the fish. Do 8. Actually, no, sprint is actually pretty fast. It shouldn't be going that fast anyway. Oops, I'm in 20. Which most likely is gonna mess up with my with the rod when I'm fishing. Oh, it's so laggy with these fishes. It's insane. Okay, there we go. But I gotta fix my fishing rod now. Maybe not. Let's go. We caught this little guy over here. We got a perch. 12-pounder perch. Let's release this bad boy back into the water. And let's see if we can catch this big one over here. Whoa, that's not happening. So there's some bugs I need to fix here for sure. Fish is going under the water here. And it's going to go under the water right now, regardless. Oh, a fishing rod, part of this. Damn, he escaped. There's a monster fish there that I couldn't get. Whoa. Yeah, yeah, this laggy in this game right now is kind of not great. Yeah, I gotta fix that lag with the fishes, but you know, at least I can catch something. I can catch something now. But anyways, guys, gotta call it. It is that time for me because it's time for work. But we did fix the player a little bit. We tweaked it out and it's feeling pretty good. We're looking into the fish right now, trying to tweak it and make it work again because it's been a while since I tested it. And since I updated the movement of the character, that same movement is applying to the fish. They use the same movement. So I just need to tweak that a little bit more. And then figure out what the collisions for the fishes, which is the reason why the game's lagging right now again. Which is the same reason with the trees and all of that. And the trees are all fixed now. Everything's good. I just gotta fix the fish and do some other stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining on this stream. If you're in here watching, or if you're watching this in the future when it gets uploaded, thank you guys for joining the stream. Very much appreciate you guys. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, guys.